Hi? Hi, is it on? The video was uploaded by Kittle on the 3rd of May 2022. It features a sepia-toned image of Tommy Shelby and Chika Fujiwara, the student council secretary of a Japanese private school in the manga anime series Kaguya-sama Love is War. The image remains static, but overlaid is Bill Withers and Grover Washington Jr.'s 1981 hit, Just the Two of Us. At first glance, the image is grainy, and it's clear that Chika is superimposed. But after about 9 seconds, the characters look to have fostered some kind of connection and common understanding, further galvanized by Withers' lyrics of commitment and loyalty in the face of adversity. There's a compound experience that goes beyond the individual concepts of Shelby, Chika, and the song, an intuitive reaction that can only be achieved with the careful combination of all three. It's almost impossible to explain the je ne sais quoi the viewer feels, but you can break the essence down into key contributing elements through various levels of analysis. Sorry, 1 second. Yes! No, please not meatloaf. No, I had that for lunch. What? No, I'm just doing something. I don't know. The first discernible quality is the choice of character. Tommy Shelby and Chika Fujiwara, a perfect pileup of familiar and foreign. The two characters are gapmos and equally integral to their shows. Both skilled strategists and leaders in their respective circles, they navigate complex moral landscapes and consult their principles daily, and through all this remain fiercely loyal to their peers. But it's the juxtaposition of the two characters that's significant. Their shared desire to lead and achieve splits upon analysis of their methods. Shelby is a haunted head honcho, his commands laced with manipulation and indignation, while Chika is bright and cheerful, a supportive leader and collaborative problem solver. This indirect contrast in character fosters a positive tension within the composition. Shelby is an INTJ, introverted, intuitive, and judging. In other words, an architect. Chika is an ENFP, extroverted, intuitive, and willing. In other words, a campaigner. There is no direct conflict between them historically or in the moment, but rather a subtle standoff between their characteristics and personality traits. In this way, they're foils to each other rather than antagonists. Their character traits are in conflict with one another rather than their physical actions and sentiments. An architect and a campaigner render themselves a unique and effective pairing, and yet this juxtaposing choice of character isn't enough to define the essence of the image. In fact, these characters are heavily juxtaposed internally, teeming with paradoxical incongruities as standalone individuals. Both are innocent and cunning, childish and mature. They manipulate and wound to protect the weak and innocent. They challenge our perceived notions of what it is to be a good or bad character. They're not archetypes, but rounded, fully fleshed out characters. Thus, another layer is introduced to their meeting, prompting a sentient, multifaceted exchange. These layered tensions strengthen their pairing and ultimately have the ability to adjust the tone and disposition of each character, particularly Shelby, who has a softness and stillness in this image that wouldn't be achieved if Chika was swapped out for a more prototypical character, say, Daphne Blake. The second defining element manifests in the song choice and its strong correlation to the characters. In this specific setting, the song's narration manages to shift vantage points and embody various personalities and outlooks, mirroring the image's ability to align with multiple narratives. On the one hand, the song fundamentally aligns with Shelby, written and performed by two men born in the earlier half of the 20th century. Bill Withers was the youngest of 6 children born to a coal mining town in the 1930s, and both Withers and Washington were raised in communities that undoubtedly endured hardship and strife. And these values permeate the song, leaving a resolute piece of music grounded by a practical, down-to-earth set of principles. The proverbial lyrics include, "No time for tears, wasted water's all that is," a synecdochical line which exemplifies Shelby's hard exterior, unwavering frankness, and refusal to rely on others for support. We later hear, "Good things might come to those who wait, not for those who wait too late." The sage outlook and use of parataxis in its delivery supports Shelby's role as a primary agent with a strong sense of autonomy and independence. And yet, the music also serves as a fitting anthem for Chika and her worldview. From amidst the realist, matter-of-fact undertones, There's an extraordinary amount of energy, beauty, and positivity bursting from within the song, and a particular semblance of Kaguya-sama in the unapologetic appreciation of nature and beauty. We see this in lines such as, "I see the crystal raindrops fall," and "rainbows in my mind," words drenched in the sparkly, iridescent colors and saturated tropes that are often associated with anime. The line, "castles in the sky," alludes to the glistening animated world that Chika exists in. It has a dreamlike quality to it, earnestly conjuring phantasmagorical images of heaven, ascendance, and ethereal accomplishment. Castles are also a nod to family, dynasty, and tradition, themes which are intensely relevant to Shelby and Chika. It has been suggested that Chika is a descendant of the ancient Fujiwara clan, a subtle opponent to Shelby's brood of blood brothers and his Birmingham throne. Thus, the song effectively mirrors the image, and the relationship is reified by the song. It employs surreal and compelling imagery that contrasts the realist outlook. It's both traditional and shiny, gritty and utopian, providing an audio foil that pairs effectively with the careful tension and juxtaposition within the image and holds adequate depth and impartiality for the characters to slot into frame. The third defining element at play is the composition, specifically the arrangement of the characters, and overall aesthetic of the image. Both characters are dressed practically and similarly in style. Their traditional clothing a nod to their traditional values and no-frills approach. Collectivist clothing that in many ways resembles uniform and epitomizes their emphasis on justice and individual equality. Shelby's dress is based on a three-piece suit and is typical to the proletariat fashion of the 1930s England. Chika's hat can be seen as a faint allusion to the baker boy or newsboy cap of the same period. Alongside Japanese culture, her outfit draws from elements of Edwardian fashion and the Art Deco movement. Shelby's stance suggests he's rooted and cautious, but comfortable with the situation. Chika, the fixer, is to the side as the acting supporter of Shelby and instigator of the situation. In many ways, the lyrics and composition suggest she's coaxing Tommy out from his hard, loner exterior, willing him to see things in a new light. They're both slightly off-center, allowing them to appear natural. Facing into the lens, Chika softens Shelby's stoic glare, and rather than antagonizing his opponent, Tommy looks to be in support of her ideas, almost protective. There's a degree of bathos within the exchange and a kind of relief that radiates through the image. Relief that platonic support has arrived in the form of a new friendship, unlike any previous attempts to save him. This is further mimicked by the song's persuasive rhythm and sweet-talking rhetoric. Ultimately, there's also an ongoing metaphysical question at play, most obviously to do with the worlds they've emerged from and their fictional realities. You can almost hear the wires behind the image sparking as the introduction throws up fundamental clashes in language, location, era, interests, and artistic configuration. We're not given any kind of insight into their meeting or conversation, if it was a conversation at all or just a serendipitous passing in the street, whether they're habitual friends or strangers that have just met, whether they're in cahoots with one another and a plan is afoot. We know nothing. We're only given this compound musical image, a postcard indication that the exchange has happened and nothing more. Once all the elements of the video have compounded, Chika, Shelby, and the song, the experience takes on a rather bittersweet reality. Both characters exist in paper realities, but this video has allowed them to exist in a fleeting metafictional moment. It's safe and magical, yet it also has this overwhelming sense of melancholy. It's a moment confined geographically and spatially between the timestamps of a YouTube video. And if any of the elements are switched out, or the song ends, it dissipates. That summer, after Kittle's post, similar videos started appearing online, mostly featuring a Sigma male and manga female, also known as the unlikely man and anime girl. I'm talking hundreds of them, thousands. And then, gradually, underneath every single video, appeared a comment from a channel with the username Iodermap Ironid.
This is the fourth Just the Two of Us video featuring an animated character and an unanimated character I've found. hoping to find more. This is the 23rd, just the two of us. This is the 85th, just the two of us video. This is the 289th, just this is the 993rd, just the two of us. This is the 1040. This is the 1058th, just the two of us video featuring an animated character.
As of today, he has a playlist with 1,102 Just the Two of Us videos in it, and it's updated daily. The last one I found was 2 months ago.
Melanie, what are you doing? I'm just texting my mom. She's gonna come pick me up. This whole day has been kinda weird.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building castles in the sky. Just the two of us. You and I. We look for love, no time for tears. Wasted water's all that is, and it don't make no flowers grow. Good things might come to those who wait, but not for those who wait too late. We gotta go for all we know. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us.